Underwhelming yourself truly means that we're accepting that we are in this moment right here and we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Nothing more, nothing less. We are here. And all of these things that are being tossed at you left and right that are supposedly things that need done and they need done yesterday. They don't need done yesterday because they weren't. They weren't done yesterday, right? You need to sit in this moment and truly prioritize what is considered an aligned action that's going to reach you to that destination. We need to start taking things off of your plate and taking off these hats that no longer serve you. Hello, friend. Today we're going to talk about why you should actually start to underwhelm yourself. And this episode will be great for you whether you're overwhelmed or you're not. I feel like this is just an incredible principle to just live by and to begin implementing right now so you can take greater aligned action on the things that truly mean a lot to you. So if we're speaking about underwhelm, it's the opposite of overwhelming yourself. And I'm not sure why we as humans love to just stack more and more things onto our plates until we reach this state of just feeling emotionally overwhelmed, right? So I can assume if you're listening to this, you've either felt this way before or maybe you're feeling in this state of overwhelm right now. But what exactly is it? If we look deep at being overwhelmed past the emotional states, truly what it is on a deep level is the feeling like something should be different than what it actually is. It's not accepting the moment and thinking that you need to do more in order to make something different, right? So why might someone be feeling this overwhelm? Or why might you be feeling this overwhelm right now, if you don't already know? Well, maybe you've got like a stacked to-do list and you feel like you need to be further along on this to-do list than you actually are, which might cause overwhelm, stress, confusion on where to start. Or you could be saying things like, I have so much to do in so little time, right? Maybe you have way too much work to do in a really tight deadline. I know I've been there, right? Maybe you feel unwell or like you're sick right now and you're just not able to do all of the things that you feel like you need to be doing. But if you notice the commonalities on what I've been saying, it's that you feel like you should be doing more or doing different things than what is your current reality. It means you're feeling stress at your current reality in your current situation, but you're not accepting of what is. Now, you know me. I like to just be blunt, be honest, be open. And so I want you to sit with that for a moment. Because the more stressed we become, the more overwhelmed we become, we actually lack productivity. We can damage relationships with not just ourselves, but those around us. And so if we continue to let the stress pile and stack on top of each other, these unresolved issues are unconsciously driving our responses, which most often don't match the present moment. Right? Think about all the times that you've been overwhelmed in your life. A lot of times you'll lash out on other people or, react in a way that isn't really normal. Maybe you yell in a situation where you'd normally be calm. Maybe you're just frazzled or you're in that traditional stance of someone who's overwhelmed with just your face and your palms and you're just like done. You're just done. But you can't be done because there's so much to do, right? So then, if we're looking on the opposite side of this spectrum, what this whole episode is about, what does it mean then to underwhelm yourself? And how do we do that when there's so much shit to get done? Well, underwhelming yourself truly means that we're accepting that we are in this moment right here, and we're exactly where we're supposed to be. Nothing more, nothing less. We are here. And all of these things that are being tossed at you left and right, that are supposedly things that need done, and they need done yesterday. They don't need done yesterday because they weren't. They weren't done yesterday. Right? You need to sit in this moment and truly prioritize what is considered an aligned action that's going to reach you to that destination. We need to start taking things off of your plate and taking off these hats that no longer serve you. We're going to drop into in a minute the 3 steps that you can actually use to begin underwhelming yourself. So I'm not going to go too deep into it right now. But if you can start to underwhelm yourself, just imagine the level of stress that will be removed from you because you're just accepting of what is. You're trusting that everything is unfolding as it should. And rather than feeling like life needs to be differently than it currently is, you trust that you are exactly where you need to be. So I'm going to drop into these 3 steps, and then we're just going to see what flows through here. Okay. So if we're looking at underwhelming yourself, the very first thing I want you to do is take out a journal, and I want you to write down and just start journaling through the things that are overwhelming you right now, specifically the things though that you can't control. Because I guarantee you a lot of things right now that could be starting to stack are things outside of your control. Maybe it's something the government's doing. Maybe it's a sickness in your family, but you don't have control over it. Maybe it's your own health, which you do. I don't want to actually say you don't have control over that. You do. However, if you're at the point where you don't have control of your health right now and something is happening, I want you to write down that in this moment, you can't stress about it because you can't control what's going on all the time. I hate to be the bearer of that news for you, right? Because if you're listening to this, maybe you're the kind of person who just wants to take on all of the other people around you's stress and what they need to be doing, but we need to release that. You have plenty to worry about in your own self and in your own life to be bearing that of other people all the time. Take a deep breath. And spend some time. Journal through the things that you cannot control and release them. If you can't control it, you can't change it. Let it go. I'm not saying you don't need to be aware of it, but just right now, we need to focus on underwhelming ourselves. Society likes to overwhelm us. We need to undo that dirty work, okay? Get it off your plate. Pause me if you need to. Number 2, what's on your plate right now that's not essential? What can you get rid of and release that's on your quote unquote to-do list? What can you let go of? And is there anybody in your life that you could have help you, that you could delegate to get more of these things off of your plate? So I think what happens a lot of times, and look, I'm guilty of this. I remember last week I dealt with this, is we create this big long to-do list. And then sometimes we even schedule all of these to-dos or way too many to-dos to complete in a single day. Like we overestimate what we can accomplish in that day, which makes us feel stressed and resentment towards the day because we didn't get all of those things done. So I just want to encourage you to, instead of just scheduling your to-dos every single day and letting those take over, rather keep a running to-do list somewhere and just accept that they're actually not a priority. That's why they're on a to-do list and not being done right now. Do less. Do less. Don't worry about adding more to your to-do list. Don't worry about something that's non-essential to your business in your life right now and feeling like you need to get it done. If it was your time to get it done, you would have already done it. Release that expectation. Be okay with the fact that there are some things that you'll get around to when the time comes, but they don't need your energy right now. You need your energy right now. Your purpose needs your energy right now. So all of these little to-dos that are starting to stack and make you feel overwhelmed, all these deadlines that are approaching for you right now, if I'm saying this and you're starting to feel tight in the chest or a little bit anxious, let go of what doesn't serve you. Now, I'm not saying if you have a project due for work next week and you need to get it done to just say, well, screw that, not going to complete that. It's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying if you've got a really big work project coming up, but you're letting laundry, dishes, cooking meals, like you're letting all of these other little things stress you out, getting to the gym, meditating, like all the other things that you have to do on your plate, let's just really work to fill up your cup first. Forget about those other things. Let the laundry pile up a little longer than you normally do. I'm not saying be irresponsible, but just allow yourself that time that you need to just be. Which drops us into number 3, which is to put yourself into a different space. All right, if you're overwhelmed right now, or just in general, we need to underwhelm you and incorporate more creative space into your day. Make yourself get up, go on a walk, get outside in nature, do something to where you don't have to be thinking about what it is you need to be doing or should be doing, I should say. Because many of the things that we need to do, we don't actually need to do them. We just feel like we need to do them, right? So get outside. We need you to do something creative that puts you into more of an expansive state. You could do breath work or just sit in a quiet room, turn the lights off, and just be. Just be. Because in this state of overwhelm that we all like to put ourselves in for some reason, we're not very productive. So the most productive thing you could probably do throughout your day is to do nothing. Schedule it in. Every day, schedule in time where you can just do nothing. And know that in doing nothing, you're doing something. And realize that you in this emotionally overwhelmed state isn't going to be the most productive anyways, right? But just boost that productivity tremendously when you just give yourself space. So that part feels complete now. Allow yourself to just stop thinking about what needs to be done, what should be done, and realize the world is not going to end if nothing changes in your current reality. Like back to what we said at the beginning of the episode, like you feeling overwhelmed any day of the week is you thinking things need to be different than what they currently are. But you are enough. You are enough exactly how you are right now, without any changes. So accept that. I hope you receive that from me today, that you are enough. Meditation is also an incredible way to really drop into this state and to just clear your mind. But I just want to do a quick recap today. So whether or not you're feeling overwhelmed, stressed, frustrated, a sense of lack, maybe you're taking it out on others, or maybe you're just beating yourself up. Maybe this is happening every single day. Or maybe you're not. Maybe you're just feeling like you could be doing less, but a lot of times we try to do more. And I just want you to give yourself permission that doing less can actually be a lot better. It can allow you more creative space to really align with your purpose. And that it's okay to say no. It's okay to delegate things that don't feel aligned with you. And truly, look at what you're doing right now. If you want, track out your day for like every 15 minutes of your day, and you'll see exactly where your time is going. And inside of that chunk of time, if you see something that you're doing frequently that isn't really necessary or you feel like is moving the needle, eliminate it. Eliminate it and replace that 15 minutes with taking a quick walk with your dog outside. Find these little chunks of time where you can just give yourself space to just not think about anything, not work on anything, and just be. And why? Because you deserve it. So work to underwhelm yourself. Work to underwhelm your life. That way, that sense of overwhelm won't find you as often as it might right now. So if you have been listening to this and you know someone who you feel can slip into that sense of overwhelm, I encourage you to share it with them, right? Send them a message, send them a link to this episode, however you're listening, or snag a screenshot, share it on your Instagram stories and tag me, Coach with Jamie. And I just can't wait to hear how you resonate with this. But I challenge you, my homework for you, take something off your plate today. Something that you were planning on doing, don't do it, right? Like maybe that thing was to do the laundry tonight. Don't do it today. Take the time you would have done your laundry or folded your laundry and just go sit in nature. Go sit in your backyard. Go sit at a park. Take 10 minutes for you. Well, I hope this episode helps you. I hope you're ready to underwhelm yourself, and I'm going to get to underwhelming myself as well as soon as we get off here. Thank you for listening. Have an incredible rest of your day.